me?
It's after 9?
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's 9:04.
That ain't really after 9.
Well, what is it then?
We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. I had the energy to sing that earlier, but I don't have the energy for that now. You know, it takes a lot of, you got to really pull from the soul to get to that note and that kind of richness for that song. What time you gonna cook?
I know I was cooking. I thought you was cooking.
Oh no, you didn't think that. Because you said yesterday that you can make the salmon thing that you made the other day at the house. You just said you just said if you pick it up from the grocery store.
I don't feel like cooking.
I don't know how to cook that. Now I done my part. I done bought salad dressings.
You did?
Yes, I bought 4 different kinds.
You know how you got so many?
Because I like to have options for people.
Oh, God.
You know, when you come to the house, nobody's coming, but you got to have options for people. Listen, this is a rich white woman's house. When you come over here, you ain't going to just have no Thousand Island dressing.
Listen.
You're going to have multiple options when you come over here to eat. Now, the only thing that you don't have an option for is that bottled water. There's some Deer Park water in there for the guests. The Fiji water is for me. I re-upped on my Fiji today. The Deer Park is for guests. Now, I was giving y'all Nestle water. My favorite place in the house is right down here on this floor. Taking a nap. You what? Well, I like laying on the floor. Or lying on the floor. Let's get that grammar again.
You never opened that can of peas up there.
I sure didn't. You did not give that to me. I bought those.
Oh, yeah.
The kids always trying to act like they gave you something. You ain't gave me nothing. Where? Oh, you know what? I left the thing in the car.
What?
The thing to hold this
that's
up.
What you get. I'm not going to get it.
I gotta hold this.
Yeah. Unless you're going to walk outside with it.
I sure don't feel like going outside to get it. Neffy's a nasty bitch.
Did you already get on?
Neffy's a nasty bitch. Already? Yes, they saying, hey, Mike.
How you know it's me?
They know your raspy ass tobacco voice.
There's no tobacco voice over here.
They know your raspy ass emphysema voice.
Oh, God.
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm CraigTheWriterStewart, and this is the Facebook Live version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. There is nothing nasty looking about my bean soup.
You look nasty.
Now, I thawed the salmon for you.
You didn't have to thaw them. Oh, you bought the bag ones?
I bought the bag one because the one that was fresh, quote unquote, it was farm raised. And I try to stay away from farm raised food. Now, I know they don't like for me to tell them about the food.
Right. Don't judge people.
I'm not judging them. If you want to buy that farm raised shit, you go ahead and buy it. But I don't like to buy the farm raised fish because it's the fish is in that
family.
It's in that water and they're swimming around and they don't treat the water like they're supposed to. So sometimes it's like E. coli and disease and shit in there, and the fish eyes be blind because they,
all that.
So I want wild caught. And the only one that they had wild caught. You want some rice? That little 10-minute rice you bought is up there. You know I ain't eating that. That little 10-minute boil in the bag rice you bought is up there. If you want to boil that.
Sick of you, Craig. I'm going home. Don't got nothing up here. I don't feel like cooking. You're supposed to have this done.
No, you didn't think that.
Go ahead, talk over there.
I was looking for my little list of things to talk about. So remember I told you. You now have to have a list of things, because I'll be all over the place. I want to thank Camilla Stafford for ordering her book tonight.
Thank you, Camilla.
It will ship out over the weekend. Oh, I'm hungry.
Oh, me too.
I need a little light nosh. I'm gonna have to go downstairs to get this thing. I can't sit here and hold this thing.
Well, you're going to have to march on down the stairs.
Come on in, ease on down the road. So I was at the Walmart getting this stuff. And so there was a woman that caught me in the parking lot when I was getting in the car. And she come up to me she about to go into this whole long story about how she was like, I need $11. So me and
$11?
She said, I'm trying to save up to get I'm sitting there in my mind like, girl, let me give you this for $5 because I had promised y'all that I was going to help somebody. So she going into this whole spiel, trying to set me up with this story about how she need help. You see, I put the lemon juice in there because it helps pull the skin off of there. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you know that if you got fish and you have skin on the fish, if you soak it in some lemon juice, it'll pull the skin will slide right on off. So anyway, so she all... It didn't?
No.
So she going into this whole story. She trying to ramp me up to tell me this entire story about how she and her 5-year-old daughter are locked out of their hotel room.
What?
Yeah. And she was saying how her SSI check, she lost her SSI card or something, and she called the people, and they told her they were going to send it out, but that won't be until Monday, and she's at $11.13 away from being able to pay for the room. She going into this whole story. I'm like, girl, listen, how much you need? I said, what? Because I had already decided I was going to help somebody, so she all going into this whole soliloquy. And I was just like, she said, well, you either help us get us something to eat. I said, well, you keep saying us, and you talking about this little girl. Where is she? Because you standing here by yourself.
You said that to her?
Is a pig's pussy pork?
Oh, God.
And so I said, well, girl, where's she at? Why you coming into this? Why you going into this long story? So she says, they quick on their toes, too. Now, I don't even know if she was lying. I don't know if she was lying. I had already decided I was going to give her this $5 because I promised y'all that I was going to do it. And so it didn't matter to me whether or not she was lying or not. So she was like, I left my daughter with the lady next door because I didn't want to have to drag her all around trying to come up with $11.13.
Was she black?
Black lady and had about 4 teeth in her head. And so she said she got a disability check because this side, she was like this, she put her leg all up. She's like, because this side doesn't work. And I was like, she said, so either, we just trying to get something to eat. I said, well, did you want something to eat or what? And she said, yeah, something to eat. So she had on these sunglasses. Where are my sunglasses? They over there. She had on these sunglasses, right? And I said, well, what you want? What you want to eat? So mind you, there's a Little Caesar pizza over there. They have $5 pizzas. Then there's a American Deli, which carries wings, buffalo wings and stuff. Then there's a McDonald's, and then I think it was it something else over there? So anyway, I said, well, what you want to eat? I said, I'll get you something to eat. So she says, there's a Panda Express over there, little fake Asian food, right? So she's like, there was some Panda Express over there too. So she looking all over her sunglasses. I said, well, what you want? She said, so I was like, Little Caesars. I said, you want to go over to this Little Caesars? Because I'm thinking she got a daughter. So, you can go ahead and get this little pizza. And so she said, yeah, that's fine. I guess that's fine. Girl, you being choicey? She was like, yeah, first of all, she paused. When I said, well, what about the Little Caesars? Because I'm about to get on my broomstick to leave. Like, I'm not about to be traipsing around this whole parking lot, trying to help you find something to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I said, what about the Little Caesars? Yeah, that's fine. Girl. Well, I had already told them I was going to treat somebody to something. So I said, okay. So she said, okay, well, yeah, that's fine. She said, so I guess by the time you order it, I'll walk over to the parking lot. And I was like, okay, cool. So I get in the car and I pull over there. So she walks over. So this particular Little Caesar has a drive-through window where you can pull up to the window and just order what you want, right? So I'm thinking, I'm vacillating the whole way over there, vacillating. So I'm like, okay, should I just give her the $5 or give her to buy the pizza? Because I'm thinking about this little girl who probably doesn't even exist. So I'm like, okay, should I give her this $5? So I'm at the drive-thru for the pizza place, and I'm standing there waiting for them. It's 15 of your children standing there at the drive-thru. Ain't nobody working. It's like 3 or 4 people standing at the drive-thru window. I'm sitting there looking at them like, somebody gonna take my order? Young folk, just standing there, just not doing nothing. So by this time, the lady walks over. So I'm tooting the horn. I'm asking her to come up to the car. And I'm like, what kind of pizza do you want? And so she says, just give me the $5 pizza. She said, a pepperoni one. And I said, okay, fine. So she looking all in the drive-thru. So y'all the drive-thru. She looking all in the drive-thru like where they at, right? So she looking all in the window. She was like, well, I guess they ain't. She said, I thought they would have come by now. What they doing? I said, yeah, I know. I don't know what they're doing. So then I said to her, I said, well, do you want the $5 or do you want the pizza? She says, either way, it doesn't matter, whichever one. She said, if you don't feel comfortable giving me the $5, they really know how to play on your sympathy. If you don't feel comfortable giving me the $5, the pizza's fine. The pizza's fine. I said, well, it's up to you. I'm giving you the option. Do you want the $5 or do you want the pizza? And she says, yeah, I'll take the $5. She said, I'll take the $5. She said, because then that'll bring me closer to the $11. I said, here you go. And I pulled off. So that was that. I don't need the rest of the story, ma'am. She said, I said, listen, I said, I'm not trying to decide whether or not you're telling me the truth or not. I said, that's between you and God.
Hallelujah.
I said, yeah, I ain't trying to.
Who is between?
You and God. I said, my intention is to help you. That's it. Now, if you going and using drugs and don't really have a 5-year-old over at that hotel like you claim, then that's your business. That's between you and God. As for me and my household, my spirit is resolved. So I gave her that. So then I went over to the post office so I get me a P.O. box. Because I'm using my friend Rashard's P.O. box. Y'all sending stuff to Rashard's P.O. box. And so I'm running him to the P.O. box every day. So I said to him yesterday, I said, well, Rashard, I'm going to go ahead and get my own P.O. box so you don't have to keep.
What did he say?
He said, yeah, I think it's about time you get your own P.O. box. So I'll go over to the post office today. And I'm like, hi, I wanted to get a P.O. box. I just need a really small one. I don't need nothing big. I just need one that's going to accept money orders. Amen, Jesus? Because if I get a package or something like that, they can just go ahead and slip the little note in there, and then I can just come and pick up the package on office hours. Now, first of all, why does the post office, the inside, close at 5 p.m.?
Why not?
If John Q and Susie Q Public get off work at 5, how they going to get to the P.O. box to get their shit? If y'all closing at 5. Y'all could at least close at 6 or 6:30. 7, really. Then they got the nerve to be closed all weekend. They're not even open on the weekend. They're not even open on the weekend. So I go in and I'm like, hey, I wanted to get a P.O. box. No, you can still, I'm still going to get stuff from the P.O. box. That's fine. That's not a problem. But I'm just saying going forward, I want to start using my own so he doesn't have to, I'm getting more mail to his P.O. box than he getting. So the inside is open where you can go in there and check your P.O. box, but it's not open where if there's a package or something that was too big to go in your P.O. box, you can't get to it. So I go in and I'm like, hey, I wanted to get a P.O. box. Now I'm prepared to pay about $25, $30, $40 for 6 months. They tell me, oh, well, we don't even have the small one. The small one is $40-some for 6 months, and then the next size is $60 for 6 months. And I was just like, well, okay. You don't have the small one? She's like, no, we don't have the small one. I was just like, okay. She said, yeah, you're probably never going to get a small one because they're so popular. Everybody gets the small one. So I said, okay, fine. She said, I need a form of ID or a passport. She said, I need a government ID, like a passport or driver's license. I need your car registration. I need a copy of your, like a piece of documentation with your actual address on it. I said, well, why do you need all of that? You need all of that for me to get a P.O. box? You need all of that just to get a P.O. box? Like, what? I should just be able to go in with my little change and pay for the P.O. box and a phone number. And that be it. That's it. Yeah, let me go get this phone stand, because when I say my arm is killing me, arm is killing me. All right, let me walk down here and get this. Tanette, there's your box down there. I got a pair of shoes that I slip on when I'm just trying to run outside. Oh, let me get the key to get back in the building. We making Sam's? Salmon. What?
Where you light that for your bathroom?
On the wall.
Well, I know it's on the wall, but what part of the wall is it on? You're always getting smart. That's why you gotta walk outside and get that thing.
The thing is right here. Do you like my new curtains that I put up? Do you like the new curtains?
That's my friend Craig. He on Facebook.
Who's that?
That's my cousin Sharice.
Hi, Sharice.
Sharice.
Hi, Sharice.
Hi.
Hey, girl. Hey. Look, Sharice, you like to read? Look, always trying to make a sale. Rent is due soon, Sharice. Do you like to? You like to read?
I do, but
Wait a minute. So don't give me the butt. Don't give me the butt. Look at that cigarette smoke. I see that cigarette smoke blowing in your face.
cut it out. Don't worry about what's over here. Let's focus on there.
Oh, that's Mary Jane.
Hello.
How you doing? Okay, so Sharice, go ahead. You what now? So you like to read, but
It depends on what it's about. What's up?
is she one of the allies for the community?
Yes.
Oh, God. No, you're not. You did it. Michael, why are all your friends coming at me? Wait.
No. I'm not coming at you. I'm asking if you were one of the allies for the community.
Yes.
Okay, look, girl, I think that weed got you ready to go off for no reason. Sharice. Okay, so the first two books are about my life. It's my journey from dating women to dating men.
Okay.
My brother spent 23 years in jail. My sister was on drugs for many years. My mom raised her kids, so it's about all of that. But it's also about how I moved to Atlanta to pursue a dream. As a writer, I wrote with Brandy. Tyler Perry came to my stage play. I wrote and produced a stage play that sold out. Tyler wouldn't touch it because it was about the gays. So he didn't want to touch it. So yeah, so if you were an Elin Harris fan, then you would really enjoy these. Oh, it's about me fucking and some of the boys, you know.
Okay.
So it's like gay erotica and stuff too, you know.
Hey, listen, I'm open.
Oh.
Cuz.
You know how to use the Cash App, Sharice?
Listen, y'all. Sharice, he got you on Facebook Live. You on live, you know that. Y'all, this is my oldest cousin.
They can't see you, though.
She's my oldest cousin.
You want them to see you?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay, well, no. Okay, well, they can't see you.
She's the oldest cousin on my mama's side.
Oh, so what city are you in?
She's in New York.
I'm in New York.
Oh, so you're going to see him this weekend?
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh, so girl, you must not be going to church if you're saying you hope so. Because he is going to be at the
I
church.
have to put all my business out there.
So you're not going to the church. Because if you were going to church, you would absolutely see him.
Hello. You don't have to put all my business.
It's okay, Sharice. I don't go to church like that either.
All right, then. So listen.
Sharice is coming to visit us soon.
When you coming to visit?
I really want to come visit very soon. I'm thinking about transitioning out there.
Oh, you thinking about moving to Atlanta?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
We are you going to be driving or are you going to be using the metro? Because we don't have room for any more traffic in our city.
No, I would love to drive because I don't go many places, so it would just be,
Well, Sharice, on behalf of everyone living in Atlanta right now, we're gonna need you to leave your broomstick in New York, and we're gonna have to relegate you to mass transit because we don't have any more room on. We don't have any more room. But then you can carpool with Mike.
That's right. You know I got you, cuz. Yeah, y'all see him hustling my cousin. Go get your thing.
Now back to the books. Did you need me to read you a little excerpt from the book?
I'll read you an excerpt.
Of course, I would love it.
I'll read it to you, cuz. You better go get your.
Okay, here's the first line of the book. The first book.
God.
The first man I developed real feelings for contracted HIV from the relationship he had prior to us meeting. He found out 2 months after we met. Oh, I'm messing it up. I haven't read that part in a very long time.
Yeah, restart.
Oh, she just tried to gather me. Did you just try to gather me, Sharice? What part of New York are you in?
The Bronx.
The Boogie Down Bronx.
Yes.
All right, Bronx. You on the 6th line? You on the 6th?
I'm on the 4.
You on the 4. See, I know a little something about New York. Oh. Well, Sharice, when are you thinking about moving to Atlanta?
No, let's start with the first the part of the
Oh, girl, you want an excerpt from the book? Well, girl, let me go pull the book out because I can't remember it right now. But let me go and get it. Let me go and get it. Let me go down here and get this thing so I can stop holding on to this phone. I got a couple other things on my list. I haven't even gotten to my list of things to talk about. Let me go down here to the car. Y'all don't know nothing about the Bronx. So I got these little water shoes that I put on. Well, I'm not going to put them on. I'm going to slip on my other little shoes just to run outside real quick. Yes, it was October 1st, 1999 to be exact. I'll never forget that date because that day also marks my youngest nephew's birthday. In truth, Salim didn't know if he contracted the virus from his ex because he and his ex were doing, I can't remember. But that's it. Thank you, Cynthia. Let me go down here and get this. Let me go down, because I'm about to secure that book sale. Amen. Let me go ahead and get this thing out this car. I had intentions of remembering to get it, too. I don't know how I left it. It's dark outside. I don't know how I left this. Okay. See how quick that was? Who in here need to order a book? Get your coins ready. I'm about to give you a little preview. I'm going to need Facebook to stop telling me to stop turning my phone sideways. I haven't seen Miss Betty. I need to check on her. Don't get off the phone yet. Bring her in here. The light for the bedroom?
Oh, God, I didn't tell him that one.
What?
You got to get Sharice for a podcast. She just found out her daughter's father was a low-key a cokehead.
Well, when you coming down here, girl, I'll put you on the podcast.
But she said he got you all.
No, but they don't have to see you. They don't have to see you. The podcast is just listening.
Okay.
And then you can tell your story and maybe help somebody else who's involved with
Here's the book.
an addict. Oh, the first book is 337 pages.
Okay.
This is the second book. This is the sequel. And this one is about me being involved with this married man.
Okay.
But it picks up where this one leaves off. And then I have a third book called So Much to Say. It's a book of quotes. Cynthia, I'm glad you got the book today. Thank you. Thank you. The second book, Dan Natter. Oh, send me $20. Are you ready for your reading?
Oh, yes. This is me all day. I love it.
All day. All day. All day.
He really about to read you. Can I make this fish?
Set her right here.
Okay, there you go.
Look, Sharice gonna sit right here, y'all.
No, Sharice does not want to be a...
They don't see you. They over here.
I know
Well, they can hear you. Are you ready? This is an excerpt from the first book. Now listen, Sharice. This is the very first thing that I wrote. When I wrote this, I had lived in Atlanta before. I had lived here for 13 years. And every shit was just a muck.
Okay.
And my bank account was overdrawn $660. Car had been repossessed. I was living with my friend Angela because I couldn't afford a place. I had just finished doing my play and all that other stuff, and when the money had run out, blah, 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 blah. So I moved to LA because my instinct said, you need to be in LA, right? And I ignored it because I was like, I don't know nobody in LA. Why would I be in LA? So I ignored it. Ended up moving to LA. And 3 months after I was in LA, I started writing this first book. And I realized that was the only reason I moved to LA was because this book wanted to be born, right?
Okay.
And so the first thing I wrote was this, that I'm going to read to you. But I didn't know it was a book at the time. I thought I was just kind of like writing about what I was feeling and, because I had just gone through a breakup and just all that other stuff, right? The first man I developed real feelings for contracted HIV from the relationship he had prior to us meeting. But he found out 2 months after we met. It was October 1st, 1999 to be exact. I'll never forget that date because that day also marks my youngest nephew's birthday. In truth, Salim didn't know if he contracted the virus from his ex or a stranger because he and his boyfriend did whatever with whomever while in that arrangement. It was dysfunction from the onset. That relationship was indicative of all the fears I harbored about being with another man intimately. Consistent heartache, one after another, fueled by a series of love triangles, cheating, and of course, HIV. After all, haven't we all been programmed to believe the gay community is the breeding ground for this disease? I imagined to be gay would mean being lonely because it meant isolation from family. A life fraught with short-lived relationships ending prematurely because men are believed to be incapable of monogamy in heterosexual relationships. So the idea of two men living happily ever after was inconceivable for me. Thus, I didn't want anything to do with being gay, and I prayed for years that I wouldn't grow up to be. And let me make a little point right here. The book is also available on Audible. Like, if you want to hear me read it, it's on audible.com. Hold on, Sharice. Somebody trying to buy a book. Hold on. Who trying to buy a book? Who trying to buy a book, y'all? Hold on, Sharice.
No problem. Just carry on.
Yes, and we need 7 more orders for the Hey Girl, Hey t-shirts to be processed. Thank you, Kimberly Sam.
I gotta get Sharice a Hey
Pamela Kendrick. My Cash App ID is The Writer. And it's just Cash App $20 if you just want the first book. But it's also available on Amazon, all of the e-readers, and, All right, so listen. Salim and Wayne never determined who was responsible for bringing the disease into their lives. All he knew was that during an argument that lasted until 4 a.m., his ex told him he needed to be tested. I had just begun exploring my sexuality the year before. So for me, dating someone HIV positive was the equivalent of a girl getting pregnant during her first sexual encounter. A nightmare realized.
Hello.
I had an idea of what being gay and the life entailed long before acting on the feelings that followed me through childhood. Because family members teased me, calling me sissy, fag, or punk when upset with me, and seeing Paris is Burning for the first time, cringing, yet identifying with the people in the documentary. You know Paris is Burning was filmed in New York. Have you ever heard of Paris is Burning?
No. Wow, this is,
You know how to use the Cash App?
Huh?
You know how to use
Yeah, I gotta use the Cash App.
All right, well, Cash App me $20 and I'm going to ship it to you.
I'm gonna send her one.
You funny?
Oh, Mike. Oh, she think I'm over here working for now. She talking about one. Mike said he going to send you one.
Thank you.
You better read it, too.
Her birthday's next
I'm
month.
interested so much. You know why? Because I've seen this play out. Go ahead.
Cause
Oh no, I'm not about to read no more, girl. The sale is she think I'm about to keep reading. She think about
Cause her birthday next month, so happy birthday! I'm gonna buy you a book and we gonna ship it to you.
Thank you.
Right, so I ain't reading no more. The sale has been secured. Yeah, it was great. It was wonderful meeting you, Shanice.
Sharice.
And listen, if you're gonna get it right.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Sharice.
That's right. Yeah, all right. She don't play.
Look, see, somebody on here says, OMG, I started last night and I'm halfway through. I'm about to take my bath and finish it tonight. No work tomorrow. All right, Barbara Kennedy.
So it is a book that you can't put down.
Sharice, you better read the book too.
I know.
So Craig gonna send you a book with his autograph and bookmark.
I'm gonna put a bookmark in there.
Yes. I'm waiting.
All right, Sharice, I gotta finish talking to my people.
All right. Well, I love your place.
Thank you.
I have to come visit.
Now you can't spend the night, but you can come over and visit.
I don't want to spend the night.
She gonna stay with me.
I'm just playing.
They said, do you have PayPal?
They said, oh, they love your hair, Mike.
Thank y'all.
Looking like a little ballerina.
Cause
Yo, cuz, hit me up.
I like it.
Yeah, we gonna send you that book.
Yes, I love it. What you crying over here?
So last night when I was telling you guys about James Cleveland, I completely forgot a part of the story. A part of the story that I forgot was, remember I told you I used to write a blog, and that's how this first book was born, was out of that blog? Well, I have written this blog about James Cleveland and how he was molesting these little boys, and he had infected one of them with HIV. So because I had written that out on a blog, my former friend said, Craig, I cannot believe you would write something like that about James Cleveland. He is a gospel legend. Wait, what? He's a gospel legend. How could you write that about him? Okay, well, it wasn't a lie. Are you challenging the veracity of what I wrote? Veracity. I'm like, wait, what? He stopped speaking to me. He stopped speaking to me because of that. But that's the reason why so many people get away with molestation. It's just like the podcast we did last week. Remember the woman who thought she was adopted? Remember her step-grandfather had molested her? That's the reason why these perpetrators get away with shit so often, is because we excuse it. You really excuse it when you say nothing about it. That's why these pastors can get away with shit. That's why R. Kelly's been getting away with shit. That's why your uncles and your cousins, your male uncles, your male cousins, and your brothers can get away with this kind of trauma in your family. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, stop allowing that shit to happen. So he stopped speaking to me, and I said, oh, MFW. Oh, motherfucking well. So I had to come back to that because, I look at the videos like the next day. Usually I get to watch them. Sometimes I don't. There have been a couple times that I have not had a chance to go back and look at the videos. But usually I try to go back through them because some of y'all asking me how to order books and stuff. And, I got to go in there and catch that change. So listen, the charity that we are supporting this month is the Catherine Family and Friends. Catherine Family and Children Services. It's a 501c3. They're in Baltimore. They support the community that I grew up in. They help underprivileged families, and so what they do is they support them by making sure they have Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, but they also feed them throughout the year too. But they try to give them those special moments for like Thanksgiving and Christmas. But they also give school supplies. A lot of these kids, they go to school, they don't have pencils or pens or notebook paper, backpacks. So they provide them with all of that. Last summer, I helped them give out backpacks. And I was at the door. Wait, how many did you get? We're only giving out one per family. You already got one. Come on, next. They had me on security. So we were giving out backpacks and things like that. Well, not one per family. We were giving out one per child. And so we were giving out backpacks, and the backpacks had, school supplies in it. And so that's a part of what they do. But they also, like I said, they adopt families who just need food to eat, right? So you can either donate cash. Do I have PayPal? DT has PayPal. I can get my money from DT. You trying to send me something through PayPal, Michael Stratton? See, that's why I be trying not to read these comments. It be throwing me off. I be forgetting what I'm saying. So they're 501c3. If you want to write it off on your taxes, you can. We're going to extend, we were supposed to end it on the 30th of this month. We were going to try to have everybody mail in their stuff or drop off their stuff if you're in Baltimore, or Cash App or PayPal them. It's called Catherine's Family and Youth Services Incorporated. I posted their information just before this live video. All of the kind of things that they're looking for. They're looking for Gatorade. They're looking for all kinds of stuff. I posted their information before this, so if you want to Cash App them, you can. Okay, Michael, if you download Cash App, my Cash App ID is the writer. So I put their information in before this. Did I? Oh, no, I never did it. I'll do it when I get off. I thought I did. I'll put their information, once I get off. I have a physical address for them, so if you want to mail them something, like supplies or whatever, you can. We're going to run this until next Friday. We'll do it till Friday, May 4th, on my birthday. We'll do it then. So we're going to support them as much as we can. I'm going to buy some stuff and send it to them. I may probably just do a Cash App donation, because sometimes these organizations, they need a little money too to operate. They need operating costs. And I know the people that run this organization. It's two sisters. They grew up across the street from me. One of which is a Temple University graduate. And I don't know where Valerie graduated from. But they both graduated. They both could be doing other kinds of careers, but they chose to support the community that we grew up in. So I wanted to help them by doing this. All right? So that's that update. Somebody already reminded you, Kimberly Sams, we need 7 more orders to go ahead and close out the Hey Girl Hey order. And then I'll get those in and ship them out to you. I already talked about James Cleveland. And then as far as this Bill Cosby thing, let's go back to that. This whole Bill Cosby thing. I see so much on social media throughout the day, and it's like what I'm seeing is a lot of women, a lot of black women. I'm talking about black folks right now. A lot of black women are glad that he is going to be punished. But a lot of black men seem to be really conflicted, and they feel, well, not even conflicted, they just feel like they should, that he should get off. Like they saying, well, Harvey Weinstein hasn't been convicted, and what's going on with that, and da-da-da-da. What?
Cherie said she love you.
All right.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey. But, a lot of black folks are, like, bothered that Bill Cosby has been sentenced.
Yeah, I'm bothered too, though.
I'm bothered because he just didn't have moral integrity, but I think his ass should be punished.
No, I do believe he's guilty.
Yeah, I think he's guilty.
I'm only bothered because of our system.
Yeah.
That's what I'm bothered by. Like, so much is going on. Like today, I saw, the lady that confessed by saying that she was the reason why Emmett Till died.
Right. Well, she can't. They found that out a little while ago. They pushing that up now.
Right. Of course, because people's like, okay, if y'all want to do this to Cosby now, which is fine, we get it. But yeah.
Let me help y'all. Okay, so he's talking about. So they're saying your president, he hasn't been convicted, and it's clear that he's done some shit.
Forget
Harvey
her.
Weinstein. But then what I've been seeing on social media today as well was that the woman who, remember, you know the story of Emmett Till, right? I don't have to go into the story of Emmett Till, right? If you don't know who he is, just Google him. But when Emmett Till he was basically the first Trayvon Martin. So this happened decades ago. But he was a little boy visiting. He was from Chicago. He was visiting Mississippi or somewhere down in the Mississippi Delta. I think it was Mississippi.
Yeah.
Right. And he whistled. This little black boy from Chicago. He was like 8 or 10 or 12 or something like that. He whistled at this white girl.
He didn't really whistle. He had a lisp.
Right. Well, yeah, he was talking to the girl. He had a lisp. And this white girl said that he whistled at her. And what ended up happening was these white men found him.
Went to the uncle's house.
Went to the uncle's house in the middle of the night. Took him away. He was 13. Was he 13?
Yeah, something like
They took him away. They strung him up. They hanged him. They dismembered him. They burned him. They beat him up. They tore him up.
Threw him in the river.
Well, what ends up happening, we just discovered in recent years, probably like in the past couple of years, that the little girl, she's now 80, whatever, 83, 80, whatever. She lied. She basically lied and said that she basically recently confessed and said it wasn't true.
That he didn't whistle at her.
Right. So now black folks are saying, well, shit, we need to. So since the statute of limitation wasn't up on Bill Cosby raping all these women, then the statute of limitation shouldn't be up to convict her ass. Which I get it. But what I'm saying is they all need to suffer and should be penalized. What I'm saying is that we should not err on the side of morality. Like a lot of black folks are saying, well, they haven't convicted Harvey Weinstein, so we should not penalize Bill Cosby. And Charlie Sheen. And all of these other white people. What I'm saying is I think they all should be penalized. I just don't think that, I don't know why Harvey Weinstein hasn't gone to court yet.
And today, matter of fact, the judge put a 90-day hold on the case with Trump. 90 days. Right.
So there definitely are disparities, but what I'm saying is I think they all should be penalized. I don't think it should be like, oh, well, he should get off because they haven't done this over here yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that. We were talking about it today in the barbershop. I went to the barbershop, got me a little quick line, and my barber was like, he's like, yeah, man, actually, I don't even think that Bill Cosby did it.
No, I believe he did.
No, I definitely believe he did it. But then the other thing is, many, many years ago, don't quote me because I don't remember how many years, but some years ago, you can Google this, years ago, there was there was a deposition where he actually admitted to having, what's those drugs? Quaaludes. He settled out of court, even though settling doesn't always mean that you're guilty, because sometimes you just want the headache to go away. Now, I don't know if I would go that route if I wasn't guilty, but
I would.
But he admitted in a deposition back in the day, and he settled with some people before, and he admitted in some things, you know. So my barber was saying he doesn't believe that Cosby is guilty. He even went on to say he doesn't think O.J. Simpson is guilty. I said, now that motherfucker is definitely guilty. Now that motherfucker is definitely guilty. Now those are dirty. Now the thing is, when the whole O.J. Simpson thing happened, I'll be the first to admit. I could use a little content too. You got fish on your hands?
I just washed them off, man.
Well, can I have a cocktail?
I'm not making you.
I'm actually a little hungry. Now, what I will say is when the whole O.J. Simpson thing, okay, somebody done sent some change through this Cash App.
Who that?
Michael Stratton. All right, got you. Michael Stratton, do me a favor and inbox me your shipping address, please.
Oh, yeah, I got to get Sharice's. What you want?
I want some of that goose. The Grey Goose.
You want a mixture or something?
Yeah, well, what kind of cocktail you making?
No, you said goose and what else?
All right, that's enough. I don't have a drinking problem. He done poured all this goddamn shit in my glass. Shit. I didn't say I was going through anything.
You sure? We all going through
My
this
God. But when
dad's going to jail.
He ain't my TV dad.
Uh-oh.
Now what I will say is when the O.J. Simpson thing happened, I absolutely did think that I didn't think that. I've always felt like OJ was guilty. I've always felt like OJ was guilty. I is juice. I don't want that. I want you can drink that if you want. I want the white cranberry peach. Yeah, yes.
Is that sweet tea?
Turn it around.
Is that sweet tea?
No, that's that damn Crystal Light that we'll be making.
Will is a fake
Right. He's a fake nutritionist. He drinking that damn fake ass Crystal Light. Let me see what's that. Yeah, white cranberry peach. At the time, I never thought that OJ was guilty. I always thought that OJ was guilty. I'm sorry. I've always thought OJ was guilty. But when I was in college, I used to be really, really radical. So, like, I wanted him to get off simply because, and I think this is the case with a lot of black folks. A lot of black folks knew OJ was guilty, but we wanted him to get off because it was almost like retribution for all of the bullshit that white folks have put us through in this country. Of course, I'm not saying all white folks. I'm qualifying because I know some tissue paper feelings that might be in here.
That's true, though.
This is almost all vodka.
This is done. You want to eat now?
Oh, this is good.
It is.
Hell yeah, I want to eat now. I'm about to die. Thank you. But yeah, so I think a lot of, wait a minute, there's another book sale. Pamela, you know how to do the Cash App? I don't have PayPal. You have PayPal? I guess I can get my money from Michael, Pamela, if you want to go through PayPal. I guess I can get my change from Michael if you want to go through PayPal. I have Cash App. But now I realize, and there's a really, really good documentary about O.J. Simpson. Hey, Lori Getters. There's a really good documentary about O.J. Simpson. It's called People versus O.J. Well, that was actually the coasters are over there. I don't feel like getting one. I'll use this card. I have a card. There's a scripted series that was on FX called The People versus O.J. It was a very, very good. What you got to shit? What's your stomach upset? They shit too. What, you don't want people to know you shit?
You just gotta put everything. You just gotta say everything.
He over here rubbing his stomach.
Like my stomach is just feeling a little weird. That's all.
Oh, bubble gut ass.
God. Hey y'all. They going off.
But there's a documentary about O.J. Simpson called Made in America. When I tell you that shit is brilliant, it's like 4 or 5 episodes, and they're like, People versus O.J. was a scripted series. It was like with Angela Bassett's husband. He was playing Johnny Cochran, so it was a scripted show. My boy Stanley from This Is Us. I can't think of his name right now.
Stuttering Stanley.
But Made in America was a really good documentary, and is what? But anyway, I always knew OJ was guilty. I always did. But even in this instance, but as I've grown and I've matured, I realized that right is right, wrong is wrong. I ride for black folk all the way in. But if you're wrong, you're wrong. Simple as that. Now, I think that Trump should be punished. He should have been impeached by now. I think that Harvey Weinstein needs to be convicted. Whoever else, like Woody Harrelson should have been. No, was it Woody Harrelson? What's the white man's name that used to make the movie? It ain't Woody Harrelson. Woody Allen. Woody Harrelson was the guy that was on Cheers. Woody Allen. He should have been convicted because he was fucking around with that adopted Asian girl. What was her name? You probably don't know. You're too young.
I'm just a kid.
What was that Asian girl that he adopted? One of y'all remember her name. But I just think that they all should be convicted. But I know that there are a lot of black folks that don't want Bill Cosby. They don't want to believe that he did this shit because he's black, and they just feel like we shouldn't bring down another black man. And I get that. I'm all for rewriting the narrative. Matt Lauer is another one that needs to be convicted. I'm all for rewriting the narrative about black men in this country because we're all not criminals. Many of us are educated. But I'm all for rewriting the narrative, but not at the expense of the truth. Not at the expense of the truth. And the fact is, he ain't had no business doing it. Bill Cosby had no business doing it.
I'm sick of it.
And as simple as that. I'm sick of it too, but listen.
That's the only thing that made me angry about it. Again, I do, this Me Too. This lady broke down in my office about it.
She broke down?
Well, she broke down because
She was a client or she was there working?
She was a client in the lobby. And what happened was, one of the workers came out and said, "Oh my God, Bill's going to jail. I can't believe this. Those women, what made them out of all these years now want to come out and da-da-da." And so I said, "Hey, listen," we was having our own conversation, and the lady just started crying. I said, "Hey, listen," I said, "sometimes it takes one." I said, with this whole Me Too thing, I said, sometimes it takes one, and that one brought other people. And she was like, "Well, he didn't mess with none of the girls on the show." I said, "Yeah, it was black girls." You know what I mean? I said, Bill, most people know who to get and bother. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whether they ain't cute, whatever, that's neither here nor there. I said,
And you don't shit where you sleep.
Absolutely. I said, there's a lot of people carrying around secrets, and sometimes it takes one. So I went on to proceed to tell a story about the cousin that molested me. When I said that, his little sister came out, and then everybody else started saying, "Oh my God, he did this, he did that, blah, 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 blah." So the lady just started crying.
She started crying.
She started crying in the lobby. I said, "Are you all right?"
But I don't think he's going to go to jail.
I think they're going to do house arrest with him.
Because the judge said something like, "I just can't see sending an 80-year-old man to jail for that kind of time."
Yeah, I don't think he's going to jail. They're going to make him pay a large-ass fine. He may end up paying these women, and they may put him on house arrest. He just lost his daughter. Yeah.
And see, my thing is, I really, no, this is a cocktail right here.
Mm-hmm. What is that?
Is that Fiji water.
Oh, child.
That's just all that damn vodka he done put in there.
Yes.
Trying to light me up.
Right. It's Friday night. We partying.
Okay. But here's the other thing about that is, because do y'all remember when I brought this up? Who was I talking to about this? Do y'all remember? I was telling Will last night. Do y'all remember, well, that's what I said, Kim. That's exactly what I told Will. I said, even if he does go to jail, he ain't going to no real jail. He going to go to one of them little jails like...
Martha Stewart went to. She wasn't in no real jail.
Like, that's what I try to tell him.
Somewhere nice.
Look, they talking about they old folks in prison. He can go. Y'all.
What's funny is I said he can go and they're going to play cards with him. People going to tell him they loved him as in the Cosby Show. They're going to talk about Fat Albert. They're going to talk about all that, his pudding commercial.
Right.
He going to be all right if he go to jail.
But I don't think he's going to jail. But my thing is, and do y'all remember when Mike Tyson was accused of rape many years ago? The girl's name was Desiree Washington. She was like Miss what was she? Miss Black America or something like that. And she alleged that Mike Tyson raped her. I got a homegirl that was engaged to Mike Tyson.
What happened?
She in the first book. I don't talk about that in the book, though. She was engaged to him, but she called it off.
Wow, he was crazy.
Well, I think she called it off, but they didn't get married. But this particular girl, thank you, Becky. Yeah, Michael, I already got it. I was saying earlier, if you could just inbox me your shipping address, please. They said they like your hair.
Thank you.
Desiree Washington, she went to Mike Tyson's hotel room at like 4 in the morning. Now, I was a kid, but I remember this shit like it was yesterday. And there were a lot of people who were like, well, what the fuck she doing going to his hotel room at 4 in the morning? She knew she was going to get fucked.
Well, that's what they were talking on the radio yesterday, to young girls. Like, listen, these guys with money.
That looks good. Now, I'm going to tell you something. If you don't do nothing else, you make this little meal. Now, if you don't make, you may not have really made that stuff, that cornbread stuffing.
There you go.
But this right here,
I did make that, thank you.
you made it, but it wasn't really that good. I'm just kidding. But go ahead, what were you saying?
I forgot what I was saying.
I was saying, people were saying back in the day that this girl, Desiree Washington, should have known they were going to have sex because she went to his hotel room at 4 in the morning. What woman goes to a hotel room at 4 in the morning and not expect a man to want some pussy? But the thing is, you can't put that burden on a woman, because then you're saying, what you're suggesting is that the man should not have self-control. What you're suggesting is that even if she goes there at 4 in the morning, if she says, I don't want to fuck, then you got to be like, I don't want to fuck.
Why are you going there at 4 in the morning? We know what happens that type of morning.
Well, I understand that, but that still doesn't give him license.
It doesn't. I get it. But they were saying now on the radio, they said, listen, young ladies, you know, these rappers, whomever, they invite you over at a certain time, y'all already know what the deal is. Be in. Which wrestling you want?
Right, so I just feel like I do feel like, you know, a woman should not do it. You shouldn't go. If you don't want to have sex, you shouldn't go. But that still doesn't mean that a man should, let me see. No, I think I want that apple, what's that apple something dressing?
Apple cider.
Yeah, I want that apple cider dressing. Let me, I know it's fancy, right? Let me taste it. I'm going to taste a little bit first before I put it in here. He just did like a little salmon salad. He crumbled it up on the top. I'm coming up to the Waffle House story in a second. Give me a moment. That's on my list. Ooh, I think this salad dressing about to be good. Ooh. Yes, she is. Ooh. I should have put it in the refrigerator.
What?
The dressings.
Oh, yeah, it's really rough.
You don't want any dressing? But you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, I'm gonna be really, really transparent with y'all. When this whole Me Too thing movement happened, I started wondering to myself, well, have I ever had sex with somebody and they wanted to stop and I kept going? And to be honest with you, the answer is yes. I'm just not famous. You understand what I'm saying? Not like
Call the cops.
Not like rape. I'm not saying like rape.
All the cops on Craig is a pedophile.
No, pedophiles is with children. I don't fuck children. No, what I'm saying is, have you ever been in an instance that, let's just be honest, I'm not saying like I'd have held somebody down and was like, no, you gonna take this dick. I'm not saying that. Let me say what? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, there have been instances where I've been getting into the motion with somebody. And he's like, no, let's stop. Let's just wait. I want to wait. And you like, and you just like, come on, like, right? You keep getting them spots and stuff. You keep getting that neck, and then you touch them nipples, and then you lick on that navel, and you put your tongue like in that crease between the, yeah. And then all of a sudden they down with it. They cool. But that's the same kind of shit. Right, Kim, slayed them anyway. But see, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I think about this whole thing with all of these men that have been brought up on charges. It's like, Bill was drugging people. But what I'm saying is, when these women come forward, the first thing I'm thinking is, were they really afraid of these men? Did these men hold them down? Were they forceful? Da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Linda. And so that's what I'm saying. And it's just like, well, God, like, if you're really honest, like, women have done it, because I thought women were going to get brought up on some charges too. Because there have been women that have forced themselves on men before too. I told you guys when I used to work at the internet, this was many years ago, you know I'm not Catholic, but my grandmother taught me to pray, and she was Catholic. There was a woman that I used to work with. She knew I was gay. And she literally was sexually harassing me. She would come up to me and say, I'm going to give you this pussy. You just want some of this. You just need some of this. But like, she would say it just like that. And she'd be laughing. I told y'all this stuff before. If you're new here, you haven't heard this story, but I had a supervisor. Well, she wasn't my supervisor. She was a supervisor in the department, and that's the same thing that they're saying about some of these men. They had influence. They may have affected your job, whether or not you were going to move up in the company or not. This woman was a supervisor, and she would do this shit in front of other employees. She'd be like, oh, damn, you fine. She's like, she said, you sure you gay? Oh, you sure you gay? You just ain't had the right pussy yet. Like, she would say this shit to me. She's like, oh, I will put this pussy on you. And she would bend all over. She would be like, This would be me. This would be me standing right here. And she'd be like, get this ass. And she would put her ass. She would put her ass up on my. She listen. I could have sued her. Or the company. But it's just a lot. It's a lot. This is so good. Oh yeah, she was nasty. She was nasty. She was like, ooh, I would suck your dick. Like she didn't give a fuck. That's what she would say to me.
Who are you talking about?
I used to work for AT&T. It was Bell South Internet at the time.
Oh God, you old. That's old.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. You're trying to break the glass table.
I need to get rid of this glass table.
Why did you get rid of the glass table?
I hate glass tables. So old school.
Mike, this is really good. I used to work for Bell South Internet. You pulled the skin off this fish?
Mm-hmm. I cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
With my hands.
And it was a supervisor.
She wanted to sleep with you?
What? No, she didn't want to sleep with me. She wanted me to fuck her.
Oh God.
That's how she used to say it. Stand up.
Well, no.
Come here.
You ain't demonstrating.
Come here. I'm going to show you what she used to do. Stand up. You were me. I'm going to show you what she would do.
I'm Craig.
I'm the supervisor. Look, stand right here. She was like, you sure you got? She said, you just need some. She said, she said, you just want some of this ass. She said, you just need some of this pussy. Like, she would do all of that.
How she look?
A mess.
You lying.
A fucking train wreck. I'm going to show you a picture of her.
Oh God. You follow her on Facebook?
Yeah, we friends on Facebook.
She probably on this thing.
She ain't on here. She better not be.
Did she have a husband?
No. And oh, I can't remember her last name. What? Wait, let me go to my friends. That's how I find her. And she was like, "You just want some of this," but she said, "Oh, I would suck your dick." Like she would say, and like she would say it in front of the other female employees, and they'd be sitting there laughing and shit. I would laugh too because it was funny, and I liked her. Like I really liked her. And it wasn't that kind of a thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel offended.
Crowd going off?
Oh, I don't see it no more. She must have unfriended me at some point. Or maybe she ain't on Facebook no more.
She found you was gay.
She knew I was gay then because I told her. And she's like, you just ain't had the right pussy yet. That's what she used to say. I'm like, girl, we in a call center. She was like, let me put it. She said, I bet you got some good dick too. Like she did not give a fuck. No, she never turned me on. She was a mess. Her teeth looked like she was chewing rocks.
Y'all, Craig got a big old butt. Oh yeah. Which is good. It was real good.
Ain't it good? Ain't no more fish.
Yeah, I left some over there. I ain't want no more.
But anyway, so that was that. So how about? Oh, and then even like the guy Mario that was on the Chew, he was another one that had charges brought against him. Remember the little fat white guy that used to cook? He used to wear the Crocs all the time. On there, he had a ponytail. We ain't heard nothing about him either. Was he charged? Ain't nobody heard nothing else about him. But here's the other thing. Khalees issued a statement. Yeah, Mario Vitali or something like that. He was Italian. He is Italian. Yes. We ain't heard nothing else about that. They took his ass off the Chew and we ain't heard nothing else about it. But I can't believe some men haven't brought women forward. But you know, men like that kind of shit.
I think that's why people are so outraged because again, There's so many cases that you don't hear about. And this Bill Cosby thing, I feel like they would not let it go.
Batali, yes, I said Batali. It's Batali. Patrice Tudor, what about Ryan Seacrest? How he doing? So Khalees issued a statement. You know Khalees. She said that Nas was beating her when they were married.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
Who Nas at?
Where is he at? Right now? I don't know where he is right now. I'm like, wow. Salmon.
Who that?
Who was accused also, Patrice? Mario? Tonette said, hi, Mike.
Who's Tonette?
That's what sent this box.
Oh. Hey, let's turn it back. You sending boxes, I need a box. My birthday is July 14th.
Girl, Ciao.
Send me a box.
His birthday, middle of the summer. Ooh, I'm not gonna play with you, Kim.
What she said?
Nah, it's just the bottom.
Ooh.
You know, for years they said that he was gay, though. I don't know if he is or isn't.
I ain't talking about that, man.
So this Waffle House shooting. We don't go to Bulldogs, Michael Stratton. Tonette said, oh, I remember it's July 14th. She be on it.
Oh, wow. Where does she live at?
She in the Bay Area.
In Cali?
Oceanside. Not the Bay Area. She's in Oceanside.
I need to go. I've never... We gotta go visit out there.
Mm-hmm.
You been before?
Mm-mm.
I want to go see the Golden Gate Bridge.
Angela said, your birthday is 3 days after mine.
All right, Cancer.
They said that witnesses came forward today and said that on Nas's behalf and said that Khalees was actually the one fighting on him.
I think that's always interesting, too, when people forget their part and stuff. Provoking things. But I appreciate people saying that she was fighting him because that's needed. Because I just hate when people... I told a girl that last night, matter of fact. She called me, about her baby father and some things. I said, listen, since he's on social media, not doing a tick for tack, but sometimes, like I've been doing, you have to speak your truth. And I said sometimes the silence makes people think that
you're guilty. Because you haven't said anything.
You know what I mean? Tell your truth. Speak your truth. There's that person's side, your side, and the truth.
Right. Mike loves Atlanta, Michael Stratton.
Who's Michael?
He was asking how you like Atlanta.
It's all right. It's all right, John.
Really?
It's all right. Craig is giving me the runaround.
He loves it.
I'm trying to get my place together. That's why y'all ain't been seeing me. I've been stressed out.
What you stressed out about? Let me tell you about this salad.
This job that I'm on.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? Oh no, this is the copy that I used to read. That's fine.
I really want more, but I'm not gonna get no more. You want more?
You can have more. I don't want any more right now. But I'll be hungry in probably about an hour.
Well, there's a whole bunch over there. I had salad all day today. That's why I think I've been...
That's why you been shitting?
Yeah. Green.
How many times you shit today?
We're not going to have this conversation on Facebook Live.
You could have put your fingers out. They know you shit.
No, you shit.
What they think you got some kind of a capsule inside your stomach and you zip it down and take it out and then dump it out? What, you got a colostomy bag?
Yeah, I got a colostomy bag. Well, it's 10 o'clock. It's time for bed.
Oh, all of the ingredients. This was a bag of salad. What was you got the bag?
Yeah, that was the. Oh, it's in the trash. That's the Mediterranean.
It's a Mediterranean salad that was in the bag, and then we just took salmon. Remember, I said at the beginning of the video, we just took salmon, and he seasoned the salmon, and he just chopped it up real fine, like you would do. You know, like if you do ground beef for like spaghetti. You know how you do that? That's what he did with the salmon. He just chopped it up like that. He seasoned it, of course, and then we just put it on top of the salad. Where the bag? That child got to go in the bag.
Oh, God.
I got to go in the trash.
Well, I did put the other bag on.
They got me digging in the trash for the salad.
It's right there.
See, that's why you have a quick trash bag in your kitchen.
I love that salad.
This is really good. Where you buy this from? Publix?
Publix.
That's the salad. Mediterranean crunch chopped salad.
It comes with the crunch in it, cheese.
Right, so it has, it says it's washed and ready to enjoy. So it has, it's just like a mixed salad. It's a Mediterranean salad. So we just put that down, seasoned the salmon, he crumbled it up, and then we ate it. Put a little salad dressing on it.
It was so good.
Now I bought some salad dressings today. I bought like 4 different ones. Because you know everybody has a different taste of what they want to eat for their salad dressing. So this one that I tried is apple cider vinaigrette. And when I say it was good, you know what this reminded me of? It reminded me of this apple dressing that they have at, it's like a Fiji white balsamic dressing they have at Panera Bread, baby. That white balsamic apple.
Oh, that was a lot of drink. I see you drunk it like water.
Cedric asked me something. Oh, Cedric. I personally think that the best way to meet a person, whether it's a guy or if you're a female, is through people you know. I think mutually. Like at a social gathering, like you go to somebody's house for a dinner party and they just happen to have somebody there. I don't mean like having somebody hook you up. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Or like in places where you enjoy going, because at least you'll have things in common. Like I love live music. Now, like if I meet a man at this Iyanla Van Zandt thing next week, Babe, you want to go see that Iyanla Van Zandt?
You said live music. It's gonna be live music?
No, not at the Iyanla Van Zandt thing. But I'm saying like I go to concerts and stuff a lot. Like last summer, like that's all I did. Madison is in Jacksonville. They're doing the live show tonight. We'll be back at the house on Monday.
Are you all going?
Huh?
You all going?
I'm gonna go Monday. Yeah. I almost went to Jacksonville.
And how else gonna get to the airport?
This is before you asked me about that. I would have been gone.
Well,
I was gonna leave.
I would have drove my car to the airport, child. I would have parked it there.
I was gonna leave yesterday, but I think that the best way. I think the best way to meet a person is, see, my thing is I'm not really an app person, gay, straight, whatever. I'm not really an app person because I personally just feel like people who what you want to turn it on?
No, I was just like,
he looking all at my light and stuff, wanting to turn it on.
y'all, you just showed them this old big old light you got over here.
They know the light is there.
I feel like I'm in the studio.
Yeah, we doing some things.
All right, the best way answer Cedric's question.
I am single. I've been single 7 years. I think the best way to meet is through someone, but I'm not really an app person because I just feel like a lot of times, not always the case, but in a lot of instances, when people get on these apps, they become addicted to the apps. And they get addicted to the allure. They get addicted to the messages, just the whole, the adrenaline rush of sending a new message to a stranger and a new person seeing your page and saying, "Oh my God, like you're just so." And then like there's a part of that. Your imagination creates a part of that illusion. So say, for instance, like you and I meet on the app, right? And all I see is a picture of you, and you see a picture of me, and I message you, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? Da, da, da. I just wanted to, do whatever. And we chatting back and forth. While we're chatting back and forth, I'm creating this idea in my mind who I think you are. I haven't heard your voice. I haven't seen your mannerisms or your idiosyncrasies. So I'm creating this fantasy in my mind while I'm typing you. And that fantasy is there until we actually meet in person. And even then, when we meet in person, most people don't show up. Most people send their representative when they first show up. And so for me, I just don't think, meetings, I don't think the person that I'm going to end up with would be on an app. He might be on there right now, but I'm not going to meet him that way. I'm going to meet him somewhere else. But because I don't trust it. I really don't trust it. I just feel like my mother has a girlfriend.
What happened to Janelle Monáe?
She came out.
Oh.
Did y'all know Janelle Monáe came out? But I already knew that.
I'm not saying everybody. I think that was pretty much,
She came out as pansexual, which is just a
Oh.
fancy word for bisexual.
Was she pan? Oh.
She's attracted to personalities. So it doesn't matter if it's a male or a female. But
Gotcha.
But I have a mother. My mom, her girlfriend, one of her closest girlfriends, met her last husband on an app. Oh, not an app, but a website. And, they fell in love and, they talking and they going back and forth. Well, this Negro, he never took himself off the app, off the website. And see, that's the thing. Yeah, Janelle Monáe came out like today or yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I'll come to Janelle in a second. But he wouldn't come. That's my little fragrance thing. That made you nervous? That made you not living right.
Shut up and say what you need to say.
that. Listen, Cedric, the podcast that I'm dropping Monday, So Much to Say, I don't know if you subscribe to it. It's free.
Who's on Monday?
It's a matchmaker. A gay. He only deals with gay people, though. LGBTQ.
What's his name?
Ricky. He down in Houston.
Oh.
He's a gay matchmaker. That podcast is this Monday. But anyway, my mom's girlfriend, she met her last husband. And the thing is, she found out later that this man was still meeting women on the website. And see, that's the thing. I think sometimes people get so addicted to it. It's almost like it's a vice for some people. It's almost like a vice. And, some people get stuck and they just get so addicted to the adrenaline rush and just the intrigue of meeting a new person. And she found out that this man was meeting women at the hotel and shit. Like she got into his email and realized that, child. And so my thing is, and this is why I always say to gay folk who use like Jack'd and Grindr. See, Jack'd is more for black gay men, and Grindr caters more to white gay men. Even though you find mixtures on both, but generally speaking. And that's why I always say to gay folk, stop thinking that gay folk are the only folk that get stuck in that whole internet shit cycle. Because I know heterosexual people that do the same shit. I know heterosexual folk that are stuck on Tinder and all that other shit. Yes, Tanisha, I didn't mean to drop 2 podcasts on Monday. I just quickly took it down, the matchmaker one. Because I do the admin for the Queen's Court podcast too. And so I was working on both of them and I made a mistake and released 2 of mine, but I pulled it down. Some people did hear it though. But it's going to drop this coming Monday. But yeah, but I don't think that it's a problem to meet somebody online. I think it is possible. I think you just have to do your due diligence and really yeah, I took it off. Yeah, Aaron, it's going to come back up there. And look, here's the other thing. I have a female friend. I have a female friend who used to use Match.com like that. She will go. Well, this is not a house with dessert and trash, okay? We don't have any cake. It's so funny because I almost got you one of them Patti LaBelle cobblers today.
Oh, I never had that. I want something sweet now, like a piece of pie.
Well, we can run to the Walmart.
No, I'm not going to no store. It's time for bed. I gotta get up early. Anybody in New York, you want to come to church tomorrow night?
He's sitting here talking about his stomach is. Thank you, Tanisha. I'm gonna drop it again tomorrow. Monday. That podcast. He's sitting here talking about his stomach ache, but he told me he wants some pie.
I just want something sweet. You just want something sweet. This was.
Put your thumb in your mouth.
No, what the? No.
Your thumb is sweet.
No, don't suck my thumb on my fingers. Don't do that.
Your thumb ain't sweet?
No, I don't think so. This is part of my skin.
Well, I thought with that little sugar in your tank, your thumb would be sweet.
All right, Faggot Greg.
Faggot Greg. Look, he grew up, his mom grew up with this man in the neighborhood. I think I told y'all this before. And they called this man Faggot Greg.
He answered to it? We didn't call him that. The kids did, just the older people. Remember when I said it when you came to my mama's house and I said, Mom, remember? She was like, Michael.
She said, Michael.
No, don't say.
Well, girl, you used to call him Faggot Greg. Don't try to act like that now because I'm here.
But she got educated, so she don't like that word no more.
Yeah, it's an ugly word.
So she was like,
That's actually what we're going to talk about on June 2nd at the live podcast. Oh, you want a piece of my ginger candy?
No, I want no ginger candy. That's not
well,
sweet.
then that is sweet. I mean, it's kind of.
I feel like a piece of pound cake, lemon cake. I'm going to my grandma's house.
I'm glad you found me too, Linda.
Is anybody in New York?
Anybody in New York? Y'all want to go to his church in New York? He gonna weigh y'all out about this church.
Come to service tomorrow.
Y'all want to go to service tomorrow? He gonna be preaching.
I ain't preaching.
Oh, you're not.
I'm just a master of ceremony tomorrow at my home church.
You gonna have a boutonniere on?
Whatever they put on me, they got me a tie.
They said the ginger candy, will help your stomach.
Oh, okay. So listen, they're having this throwback concert tomorrow night. Yours truly will be in the mic, so come on out if you're free. 6 o'clock in Harlem. I'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
They said where? She's in New York. Cynthia is in New York.
It's in Harlem, 124-126 West 136th Street between Lenox and 7th Avenue. The name of the church is The Way of the Cross Tabernacle of Christ.
Hi, Zion.
Zion.
Hey, Kevin Lynn. I need to come to Chicago. I ain't come to Chicago until y'all get some warm weather.
Yeah, you're not doing that right now.
I do need to come to Chicago, though. But yeah, no, I had a homegirl who used to get on Match.com. She would meet guys strictly to fuck, and then after she fuck them, she'd go back on there and she'd meet another guy.
Cedric said, no, he's not coming. He's not on the program. Vincent Bohannon, he's not. My church is old school apostolic. Those young kids is too young for him.
Mike gonna be the youngest person in there. Everybody in that church is 70 years old and older.
That's not true. It's a reunion, so it's gonna be some young people.
There's gonna be some 50-year-olds in there too.
Probably gonna faint when they see my hair braided.
Baby, you going in the church with them braids? They don't have rules at the church for that.
Most of the rules are for the women. Women can't wear pants.
Let's see, that's some foolishness.
It's apostolic. It's old school. What time is it?
10:30.
I don't see no familiar faces and names.
I could use we got a lot of new people in here now. We have a lot of new people.
Church. I missed out. We didn't get no right-handed fellowship.
Let me put Michael Stratton down on my list of books that got to be shipped out. See, I'm very organized. See that?
Cantrell said, Mike, please praise God. I will. What's her name? Cantel?
What? Centel.
Oh, Julia, she's in East Harlem. 118th. My family lives on 118th on
Come
the
on,
west side.
East Harlem. Come on, East Harlem. Oh, Tiffany said, I'm here, Mike.
Come on and see me, Tiffany.
No, she ain't in New York. She's saying she's one of the regulars.
Oh, hey. Oh,
he really trying to fill that little church up with y'all. He really trying to fill.
Tiffany.
Lolita said, I'm here. Samantha said, I'm here. Lolita's in Athens.
Oh, come on here, roll call. Lolita, Samantha, Evie. Hey, Evie. Okay, I'll see y'all.
Evie is in Atlanta or Georgia. I don't know if she's in Atlanta, but she's in Georgia.
Cedric, I don't got no nasty buck. I don't be bugging like that. There go Angela.
Angela Twyman.
Khalid, I see you, buddy.
They said your skin looking like CoverGirl. Can you tell them why your skin looking like that?
Well, Craig introduced me to this black soap.
Say it again.
Craig, the writer, Stewart.
He did what?
He introduced me to this black soap.
Say it to the people in the back.
Craig introduced me to this black soap.
Okay.
And so I use it every day before I go to bed and in the morning when I wake up. And it's been, yeah. Just
make sure you get your moisturizer.
Yeah, because it burnt me the other week because I have sensitive skin.
Look, that black soap is not a game, baby.
It took my skin out of here, so I had to get some what did I get? Some kind of lotion to restore.
But the other thing too is the first time you use it, you were like, that shit tingled. That shit was first time you use it.
Yeah.
It's going to tingle because it's getting all that crud and dirt out your face.
Yeah. Somebody said, hey, take Craig. Craig don't want to go to church this weekend. We're going to go next week. We're going to go the weekend. No. Yeah.
We're not going the weekend on my birthday.
I'm going. I'll be there praying for y'all.
I did not, Tanisha, I didn't finish the Waffle House story. Thank you. I forgot. I still got it right here on my list, but no, I didn't finish that.
Yeah. Somebody's talking about relationships.
Oh, okay. Evie is in Atlanta. I knew you were here because you came to the December 7th thing, but I didn't know if you were in like Lithonia or Stone Mountain or something like that. Okay, so like the Waffle House shooting. Let me mention this real quick, and then we can go back off topic. Yes, Khalid, that black soap is not a game. There is no specific brand of soap. Tracy Ruff Bailey, you should know this. You come in here enough. Now, the new people, I understand you may not know because you're new. But she said, what brand is it again? It's not a specific brand. It just needs to be brown. Now, the brand that I use is, what is it? Do something. Let me pull it up on here. I'm going to pull it up on here. I'll show you the brand that I use, but it doesn't have to be this brand. Now, if you're in LA, there's a place right on Crenshaw Boulevard. I can't think of the name of the place, but they sell them incense and stuff, and you can smell it. Like, you can smell the incense and stuff. They sell natural soap, shea butter, incense, and all that kind of shit. Black soap. I'm going to come back to the Waffle House in a second.
That one.
Doo-doo Osun.
Good old African one.
Right. You can buy it in any beauty supply store. It should only cost about $2 or $3. Like online, it's $2.47.
Well, I saw it yesterday for $1.99.
Yeah. So that's the brand that I use.
And that's the brand I've been using.
But it doesn't have to necessarily be that brand. It just needs to be brown like that. Now, if it's black, that's not what you want because that has artificial...
Doo-doo Osun.
That has artificial colors and dyes and stuff like that. But the thing with the Waffle House guy, the black guy who they're calling a hero for...
you don't think he's a hero?
No, I'm not saying that. But no, the black guy who... what did he do? Because the 4 people still died, but he basically...
He grabbed the gun.
He grabbed the gun. So the guy did still end up killing like 4 people. Mm-hmm. And yes, Keisha Royal Flowers. I remember the first time I met you. Do you remember the first time I met you, Keisha? But Keisha, there's a place on Crenshaw Boulevard where you can buy this too. You can buy it in any beauty supply store though. But there's a place on Crenshaw Boulevard and they sell candles and shea butter and incense, and you can smell it like from Crenshaw Boulevard. I can't think of the name of the place though, and they have like all these pots outside in the entryway. But anyway, and they have like body oils and stuff that you can buy, like African oils and stuff. But the guy with the Waffle House, it's a black guy. He he wrestled the guy away for the gun. He wrestled the gun away from the guy. And you haven't really heard a lot. Now, of course, on social media, you've heard about it. But he hasn't done any major interviews on... he hasn't done any major interviews on, like, Good Morning America. Like, has he been on anything major?
He was on CNN.
They're running all these news stories about everything else except... And I think...
Well, I think because too much is going on at one time. That's what's happening. And President Trump haven't even...
you know why I think they haven't run the story?
Why?
because they don't want to celebrate this black man.
Well, the truth of
And
the
because
matter
the
is
shooter
they're
was a
wrong.
white guy.
Not only was he
And
white,
because of everything that's going on with this gun shit.
I'm about to say, but not only was he white, he did something prior, and
They
gave
confiscated
the dad,
guns from this white guy before, and they gave the guns to the boy's father. And then he didn't got hold of the guns again. He was on Good Morning America, but I think they need to really, really be celebrating this guy, because not only did he wrestle this gun away from this guy, but he set up a GoFundMe, and he's raised over 100, is now at like $160,000 for the family of the victims. There's a sale. Am I missing a sale? Where's the sale?
Is Aaron in there tonight?
Aaron who? Smith?
Aaron Smith.
He in here.
Hey, Aaron.
Wait. Oh, he said I will buy all 3 of the books if you send him over here. Send who? Michael?
No,
And we ain't prostituting for $54. And we're not prostituting for $54.
Who is that? Is he the one that asked the question?
Juan Trina, the soap is like $2 in the store. So for $5.58, you should have gotten a couple bars for that.
Yeah. It's actually cheaper in the store.
Yeah, it's cheap in the store. It's only like $2 or $3, depending on where you go. You know, there's a natural store around here, around the corner from me. It's black owned, and they charge you extra $1 and change for it. I'm like, girl, I'm trying to support y'all. Why are you trying to rate me for an extra $1? Why you got to try to mark your shit up extra? Yeah, I think he definitely needs more recognition, Jonathan Carlisle.
I just think it's too much going on, though. What's happening is just...
They inundating us with this bullshit about Bill Cosby.
Well, I'm just saying...
They could have took a couple of them news stories out.
Like, while I was in the gym today, seeing, out of nowhere, breaking news. The judge decided to put the case on hold of, the Trump situation. It's like something every hour. It's just like you can't keep up. And then not only that... With the after the Waffle House thing, you got the NFL player that the cops arrested.
I saw that.
Right.
I saw that video.
Then there was another one with the girl in Waffle House who they told she had to pay for the plastic utensils. I think she called the cops.
Oh yeah, and they wrestled her.
They wrestled her.
Like
so it's like stuff over and over, back to back.
It is. It's a lot. But here's the thing, and I was thinking about this yesterday. Oh, I was only playing with Charles, though. I was only joking. Can I get another cocktail too? Were you not gonna get me one?
You had something to
You
say.
weren't gonna get me one?
Cause you had
I
something.
I want a refresher.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
All right.
Say something smart. I'm gonna make it the same way I made it before.
Fine. Well, here's what I was going to say, and I wrote down Janelle Monáe so I can remember to come to that. I was thinking just yesterday how I was thinking, Leela, I'm going to come to that.
Leave you a little bit in.
I got to write me a note so I won't forget.
You better write them notes.
I was thinking just yesterday how as this audience grows and grows and grows, I have to challenge myself. And like I've been listening to Ta-Nehisi Coates' book. I'm into this audio book thing lately. His book is called Between the World and Me. And he talks about race and stuff in this book. And he's talking about this guy that he went to Howard University with that was shot and killed by the police. He was innocent, blah, blah, blah. And I remember, like, I'm such a YouTube junkie, and I've told you guys this before. I've looked him up on YouTube before. Really? And he was at the Ta-Nehisi Coates, this author. He's a black guy. He's from Baltimore. He was on there on this symposium one time, talking about the word nigger. And he was saying how somebody in the audience asked, a white person stood up and asked, why do you think it's important for white people to not use the word nigger? Or it was something to that effect. Like, why is it okay for black folks to use the word nigger, but white people can't? That's what the question was. And his answer was absolutely brilliant. And I'm just going to sum it up by just saying what he said was, white folks in this country are so used to overtaking everything and owning everything. Oh, look who over there getting the ginger candy, though. White folks are so used to overtaking and conquering and owning everything and not being told no and giving. They're not used to having boundaries for which they can't cross. So they can't accept conceptually that the word nigger is just off limits for them. They just feel like they should be able to do it because they're white, because they're used to being able to do what they want. And so it was such a brilliant explanation. But I was thinking yesterday, as I was saying, as this is going, this audience is getting bigger and bigger. And while I'm pushing my books and I want support of all people, I cannot be fearful of speaking truth about race out of fear that some white folks might be offended and say, well, I'm not going to support him. You know what I'm saying? Because perfect example, Nina Simone. Nina Simone was this brilliant. If you haven't seen What Happened, Miss Simone, it's a documentary about Nina Simone. It's in Netflix. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. It's brilliant. And it's just talking about how she was classically trained as a pianist, and how as a little girl, she was put through school by like white people to go to these performing arts schools, and her parents were extremely poor. They couldn't afford to send her, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, she created this huge fan base, but her fan base was mostly white people. And they were supporting her, and, you know, that when you saw her audience and everything, it was mostly white people. And what happened was, as she grew in her career, she ended up living next door to Malcolm X and Betty Shabazz at some point in New York.
In Queens.
Right, in Queens. And so they became friends, and she started using her platform to talk about race. That's where you get songs like Mississippi Goddamn and, you know, whatever. And so she starts singing and politicizing her music. Well, her audience started to dial back. Again, her audience was white. Black folks weren't really her core audience. And so what ended up happening, the result of her being so vocal about race in her music, she ended up homeless. She ended up losing her fortune. She ended up homeless. And that was the penalty. That was how she was basically punished. And so I was just thinking yesterday how, as much as I talk about race on here, and I'm still trying to push and sell my 3 books, I don't have the other one over here. I don't ever want to become, I don't ever want to get nervous or afraid to speak the truth, to speak to truth, to speak about race, to speak about, you know what I'm saying? But in saying all of that, I recognize that there are white people who are very clear of the truth. And what I know to be true is, if a white person is uncomfortable with the truth that I speak, or a truth that any other black person speaks, whether it's Ta-Nehisi Coates or Toni Morrison or whomever, if they aren't uncomfortable, it's because they've reconciled and they understand that there have been some horrors and tragedies that white folks have committed against people of color, not just black people, Native Americans, the Trail of Tears, you know, all of that kind of thing. So what I realize is, if you're offended by anything that I say or anything that a black person says who's speaking in complete truth and utter truth about race and race relations in this country, it's because you haven't really gotten honest with yourself about the truth. Because there are white folks who follow this page and follow me who are in agreement, who are clearly, like Zion. Zion is one of the ones that come in here, and she's very much, or he's very much so clear and not offended by the things that when we talk race. Like, and that's the thing about Wendy Williams. Like, for me, I feel like Wendy Williams, she slides right down that middle. She slides right down the middle. Like, she won't really talk. And I know that her show is not a political show. That's not really where, that's not her audience. Like, that's not her show. That's not her platform. But when there are things that are going on, because you have a husband and because you have a son, I feel like there are some things that she could be a little more vocal about because you have this huge platform. And when you look at her audience, there are just as many white women and gay white men in that audience as there are black people. Excuse me. And I think that it is just a requirement that you should just use your mantle, use your platform to speak on it. But here's what I know to be true about me. I'm never going to mince words when it comes to race or truth, whether it's the truth about black folks, whether it's the truth about gay folks, or whether it's the truth about women or whatever. I'm never going to be afraid to speak the truth out of fear that my career is going to come to an end or people won't support my books. Because I rest on the knowledge that even if white people decided to stop buying all my books, buying books from me, we are enough. We are enough. And the movie Black Panther is proof of that. Not to say that only black folks went to see Black Panther, but the preponderance of people that went to see that movie were black. And so I know that we're enough to sustain me. You know what I'm saying? And I know that my success my success will be because of my blackness, because of my forthrightness and forthcoming, feelings and beliefs and ideas and views about black people and race. Like I'm not going to speak openly and proudly about race and my race and being proud of who I am and the rich legacy from which I come. It's just that simple. So anyway, with that being said, it's Friday. I'm going to enjoy this cocktail. Mike has to be to the airport at 5 a.m. You got to be there at 5?
In fact, he's at 6:11.
Yeah, you need to be there at 5. We are plenty. And that's why I always push black businesses. Not because I'm saying let's not support white people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we have to ensure that we support each other because there's no guarantee that anybody else will. And then we're going to come to the, we're going to open up our black bank accounts too. I haven't forgotten. I've just had a lot on my plate. This is not water. This is a cocktail.
Who that?
Kevin Lynn. I'm going to open up an account, but I'm going to come back to that. Let me just kind of get through some stuff. If you want to open up an account with a black-owned bank, you're more than welcome to. I posted a list of black banks in the So Much to Say podcast pen pal group. If you're not a member of the group, just search it on Facebook. It's called So Much to Say podcast pen pal group. And just go ahead and send a request. I post some things in there that I don't always post on my main page. Thank you, Evie, and I appreciate all of you that support me and that ride with me. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. But yeah, so we're definitely gonna do that. So like, I want to do a lot of things like that to kind of incorporate all of us to do things. Like open up a black bank account, a bank account at a black-owned branch, a bank. Because, we talk about we're frustrated with black folks getting shot down and killed in the streets. Part of the way that we take our power back is to be financially independent. And I spoke about this last night. We, instead of these black churches opening up all these mega churches, open up some black-owned grocery stores. Do that. All right? You guys have a great night. Hopefully you heard something that makes you think. Hopefully it's something.
Did you finish the Waffle House thing?
Yeah, I finished with the Waffle House thing. I was saying how they
Did you finish? Oh, you didn't get to what's her name though.
I think what? Oh, Janelle Monáe. Let me come back to Janelle Monáe. Yeah. I forgot about Janelle Monáe.
Are you using this book?
So my ex, that I write about in this book, was a magazine editor, and he had Janelle Monáe on the cover, and we went to see her. This was back in like 2010, and so we went. Oh, and the hotels, right? And we went to see her in concert a few times. So he and I used to always have conversations about her, and he was like, "I think that she's." We used to think that she was gay, but then there was a part of me that kind of felt like she was bisexual. because he interviewed her several times, and she would never really talk personal stuff, which is fine. But she would never really allude to whether or not she was dating someone, or if she did she was dating someone, she would never really get into gender. So I already kind of knew that. But I think it's great that she's come forward and, been open about it, because I think that we need more leaders. I think we need more black folks to come forward and own their truth about their sexuality, even if it's just for the sake of making the way easier for some young gay boy or girl that's younger than we are, that's coming behind us, to make their journey easier. But, it is what it is. Oh, that's your cousin? I think she's absolutely beautiful, though.
Who that?
Janelle Monáe.
That's somebody's cousin?
Yeah. Okay, so the hotels. Okay, so here's the thing. There are hotels in Midtown. Also, the other thing is, don't forget, Angela and I are raffling off her Airbnb. It's $25 to enter the raffle. And you have to purchase a ticket for the Eventbrite, for the live podcast on June 2nd. So those are the only two requirements. And then on May 15th, Angela and I are going to draw a winner. So just cash out me $25 and purchase an Eventbrite ticket. And you'll be able to stay at her Airbnb. I posted pictures in the So Much to Say podcast pen pal group, and a video. I posted that as well. It's brand new. No one has ever stayed there. It's newly renovated. You'll be able to stay for free from Friday to Sunday if you win. So again, it's like you pay the $25 and you potentially could be the one that stay there for free the whole weekend, right? You're welcome, Mollet. So that's that. But in terms of Midtown, there are hotels. I did post a list of hotels in the So Much to Say podcast pen pal group. It's been about a week or so ago now. But but the area is Midtown. There's a Hilton Gardens in Midtown. There's a Renaissance Hotel in Midtown. I would check Airbnbs for Midtown. Midtown, East Atlanta. I'm gonna put the address in there this weekend. I'm gonna post. In fact, I'm gonna do it now. I'll post the address on the Eventbrite, and I'm gonna also post it on the in the So Much to Say podcast pen pal group. All right. So you'll have the address for the location. If you're in Midtown, Leela, any hotel in Midtown is going to be closed because it's only probably going to be like a 7-10 minute drive. Any place in Midtown. If you're in East Atlanta, these are areas that are within 10-12 minutes. Okay. So like East Atlanta, but again, I'm going to reinforce it and put it in here. I did put these areas in the Eventbrite. I already posted like some of the areas and stuff that you can look into in terms of staying, in terms of accommodations. There's East Atlanta, Inman Park, there's Grant Park, there's downtown, there's Midtown. Any of those 5 areas, there's going to be restaurants, there's going to be a lot of things, that you can see in those areas. But I'm going to put the address in here right now in the group and in the Eventbrite. So much to...
Khalid, my hair is braided.
So you guys can look. And so the Eventbrite, not the Eventbrite, but the...
Oh, yeah.
No, Leela, I wouldn't rent a car. I would use Uber or Lyft. Because you're going to be within, depending on where you stay, you're going to be within 10 minutes. Even if you stay at a hotel near the airport, you're still going to be like 13 minutes from the venue. I would say stay in Midtown, though. But I wouldn't rent a car. Unless you just get like a deal like $20. But
thank you, Tonette.
I wouldn't even rent a car. I would do Lyft and Uber. You'll be fine. I'm going to put this on. Oh, and so with the Airbnb that we're going to raffle off, we're going to raffle it off on the 15th. So if you are the winner, you already know. Like, you don't have to, that'll give you enough time to.
It's too late, though?
That's a whole 2.5 almost 3 weeks.
I'm saying the longer you wait to book a hotel, the more.
Well, no, I would suggest book your hotel now.
Okay.
Because you can always cancel the hotel all the way up to 24 hours before you check in. So go ahead and book your hotel now. Those of you that are in the raffle for the Airbnb, still book a hotel because they don't charge your card.
How many people was in the raffle?
I'll tell you off of here. But go ahead and book your hotel because they don't charge you to book your hotel. They do not charge you. They just, you need a credit card or debit card or whatever, but they don't charge you. And then what you do is, if you win the raffle, you have all the way up until 24 hours before the day that you check in to cancel. So you won't be charged. But we're going to announce the winner of the Airbnb on May 15th. So you'll know ahead of time, and then you can just go ahead and cancel your hotel if you've booked one.
What day is that?
May 15th? May 15th is a... Pardon me. May 15th is a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday.
Oh, that's the weekend after Mother's Day, huh?
Right. Yeah. It's the Tuesday after Mother's Day.
These kids wanted me to have a housewarming.
I'm the one who told you to have a housewarming.
Oh, you did?
You know what? You got to be careful of your friends because, like, when you tell them stuff and you offer them really good information and stuff, they'll act like you didn't even tell them.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you, but I'm talking to them.
Oh, okay.
Hey, them all they told me to have a housewarmer. I'm the one who told them to have a housewarmer.
You and some other people.
I told you first. Curtis said, yes, he did, Mike.
Curtis, be quiet. You don't know
Thank
what
you.
you're
Yes,
talking
he
about.
does. He knows.
Don't. No, he
yes,
don't.
Yes, he does.
Curtis just agreeing with you because he don't got nothing else to do. Curtis, we were good now.
I did tell you.
You didn't tell me on this. You told me privately.
I didn't have to tell you on this, but I told you.
So Curtis heard it.
Curtis knew.
Curtis is...
They said you being extra.
Oh. Who is that? Onika?
He loves being extra. Look, Valerie said he sure did, Mike.
All right. Next subject. Gosh. Oh. They love. Okay, all right.
Oh, narrow neck ass.
But where my friends at? Where my
I don't know, but they not in here.
I got some people in here. I got Charlotte. I got. Where's Shakika at?
Charlotte and Shakika ain't gonna choose you over me.
They not gonna choose. I ain't asked them to choose.
Oh yeah, the Georgian Terrace is a hotel, but again, those are like boutique hotels. So those, Leela, those hotels are gonna be a little expensive though.
Who you calling a trick?
Those hotels are gonna be a little expensive. I would suggest that my suggestion would be to look on like
hey Susan, thank you.
To look online and book your hotel room if you're gonna do a hotel room. But try.
May is next week. Y'all better get the booking.
Try Airbnb though. I'm telling you, Airbnb. Now I had a bad Airbnb experience in Houston.
No, look,
but
like they may book mine.
But Airbnb.
They can't. We gonna be in there. Though.
Right. But Airbnb really is a good option. It really is a good option. And then when you go in Airbnb, or even if you book a hotel online, a lot of times they'll give you the zip code. You can put in the zip code, so you'll be able to choose a hotel or accommodation close to the venue. What's your zip code? What's the zip code over there?
30312.
So the zip code is, I'm gonna put it in here, but the zip code is 30312. So you can look for your hotels when look I know Leela. She said I'm scared of Airbnb after what I went through in Houston. But that was unusual. It wasn't I got my money back too. I got my
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Oh, I didn't tell you that?
No, you said you was waiting on it.
Oh, I got my coin. I sure did. I got my coin right back from them. But you can put the zip code in, and then it'll kind of give you an idea of what hotels are in the vicinity. But there are a lot of hotels in that vicinity. Yeah, like there's the.
I think it will be a lot of Airbnb.
I definitely think you should even look for like a bed and breakfast. There's a bed and breakfast over there in Midtown.
Yeah.
That one right there up the street from 10th and Piedmont. I don't know if you ever noticed it.
Look, we can talk to the lady about nah, ain't no beds in there.
Yeah,
They got a lot of empty apartments.
Yeah, they would need. Yeah, that's the only.
There's a
thing.
penthouse upstairs. I heard. I might really have it at.
I will, Onika. What kind of hoodie? So much to say or Hey Girl Hey? We need 7 more orders for Hey Girl Hey.
For what?
For Hey Girl Hey.
The t-shirts?
T-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, whatever.
You got Hey Boy Hey?
We ain't doing no Hey Boy Hey. Ain't enough boys in here for that. Ain't enough boys in here for no Hey Boy Hey. You can't wear no Hey Girl Hey? I got a Hey Girl Hey shirt.
Well, you a girl.
I got my Hey Girl Hey,
I want a Hey Boy
shirt.
Hey.
And I wish a motherfucker would say something to me about my Hey Girl Hey shirt. And I got glitter on it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know about any events right now, Leela, but as we get closer to it, I'll...
Leela, what are you trying to do? I mean, when is she arriving?
Baby, she's trying to come down here and have her a whole weekend experience.
But when is she arriving?
I'm going to give y'all a list of restaurants and stuff to check on, like for like Friday.
Y'all might as well just come from Tuesday to Sunday. We can go to Taco Tuesday on...
Look, we going to go to Taco Tuesday the Tuesday before.
Then we'll go to Dugan's.
I have a party of 119 people for Taco Tuesday.
Then we'll go to Dugan's.
Then we'll go to Dugan's.
Then we're going to do Wednesday. We go to open mic or the...
We'll go to open mic.
And what's Thursday night?
Thursday night is the gay bar.
Let's rewind. Let's go Monday. Y'all can come to that place, the free hookah spot is called...
Crew.
You can come to Crew.
We'll go Monday to the Crew Lounge.
Leela said we work, Mike. I work too.
Take off. Just take a
right.
Fuck that job.
Right.
Fuck that job.
I work too.
Fuck that job.
Leela.
So Monday we'll go to Crew Lounge. I don't smoke hookah, but we'll go. I'll have a cocktail. Tuesday
they have specials. They have a $6 Ciroc.
Oh, they have $6 Ciroc? Mm-hmm. And then Tuesday, we'll go to $2 tacos, Taco Tuesday. And then when we leave Taco Tuesday, we'll go over to Dugan's.
We go to Dugan's.
With the gays over there. That's where I was when the guy messaged me the next day. Did I tell you about that?
Yes, we talked about
He messaged me the next day. He saw me at Dugan's and going to message me the next day
Somebody
on Facebook.
Said Greens and Gravy in Atlanta. What's that? I never heard
That's a restaurant. I haven't been there. I've heard about it, though.
What's that? What, like for food or just...
It's food.
There's another little there's a heterosexual place too across the street from that soul food restaurant.
No, they're coming out here to hang with the gays. There will be no straight activities that weekend. You coming to hang with the punks? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
God.
I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Raphael. He's watching from Australia.
Australia.
He has my book.
Is he coming?
He's in Australia. I don't think he's flying here to come to no live podcast. Why are you playing with my little piece of ginger candy?
Because I'm going to eat it when I finish the stream.
You don't like it?
Yes, I'm going to eat it when I finish the stream.
He likes the ginger candy.
I like ginger. I just didn't, you know.
He like the ginger candy.
What's everybody doing tonight? It's Friday.
It's 11 o'clock. I've been on here for 2 hours. Y'all ain't slick. All right, let me get off of here. And
we gotta get to this airport.
Dana Dessaso, I don't know why the video shut off on me earlier today. I noticed it when I looked back at it.
You probably had some music playing.
I didn't have any music playing.
Hey Aaron. Aaron said Greens and Gravy is a black owned restaurant. Why you never take me there?
Because they probably got them hog mugs and fat back and stuff.
That's
I don't eat that.
I won't. That's what I want. I want some chitlins.
Good night, Carol Cole. Did you see on my Facebook story I posted your message that you sent me?
Somebody said, I'm dancing to house music.
Lorenzo.
Come on here, Lorenzo. Where you at, Lorenzo? Dancing to house music.
Where Lorenzo at? Let me put this address in here for the live podcast so y'all know where y'all going.
Where?
So y'all can... I'm going to put it in the Eventbrite, and I'm going to put it over in the...
We're going to do that next week.
Okay. Somebody is really trying to pull. He like, how old are you, Mike?
Who is that?
Mike is 119. He's 119 years old. Oh, you did see it, Carol?
That black soap got me looking younger.
That black soap is a miracle worker.
Who asked me how old I was?
Good night, Susan Brown.
Good night, Susan Brown.
Who asked you how old you are? Hey, girl, hey. Look at Valerie. She late as shit. She done my hey, girl, hey. She late.
You real late. This
Kevin Lynn. He said, how old are you, Mike?
I'm 33.
They said, I love the braids. And look, Kim talking about, I love, Kim.
Thank you, Valerie.
Kim talking about, you look good for 119.
I know, right?
Kim, what city are you in? Kim.
Oh, Kim.
Like, I can't get over you.
You're supposed to sing the song tonight. We fall down.
We fall down, but we get up. We fall down. I'm not in good voice. When I say this alcohol got me all over the place, but we get up. Cause I say
She said she down by Macon.
She down by Macon?
Yeah.
Who falls down, but he didn't stay there.
And got
up. Sing it, y'all.
Ooh.
We fall down.
What you want to see, Valerie?
When we get up.
But we get up.
We fall down.
It's me right here, Valerie.
But we get up. LaRue said, oh snap, Mike has braids.
Yeah, I got braids now.
Bianca said, have a safe trip.
Thank you, boo. Thank you, Bianca.
Good night, Cindy,
my
over there
cousin.
in Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona. I need to come out there and do a signing.
Yeah, we need to come to Arizona. We need to go to the spot where they...
I need to come out there to do... Oh, that's Scottsdale. I was going to say I need to come out there to do a spa. You know, Scottsdale has the best spa treatments and stuff. Oh, Carol, you sent me a box too? Oh, thank you. I'm going to look for it.
Come on, Carol.
I appreciate it. See, that's why I had to get my own P.O. box, because my friend Rashad was like, well, he actually didn't say anything. He was really good. I was like, okay, Rashad, I'm going to get my own P.O. box because, Khalid, who is Greg? Are you on the right Facebook page?
Love you too, Khalid.
No, I know that was a typo.
He said he's at the bar. He's at the bar watching this?
Who at the bar?
Khalid. Traveling mercies, yes. Y'all pray that the engine don't blow up in my face on that plane.
Wait a minute.
Listen.
Then listen. This is what I believe.
What?
Since they already had 2 plane crashes, you should be all right.
Okay.
They shouldn't have no more for a while. Because then the Southwest plane messed up. How far is Scottsdale from Phoenix? You said it's a suburb, but is it like 15, 20 minutes, something like that? I would love to do that. The engine messed up on, I knew what you meant, Khalid. I'm just teasing. The engine messed up. But then wasn't it a Delta plane that crashed or something? Like a couple days after that? Because Madison is down in Florida, and she was scared to get on the plane to come back.
I ain't scared.
She said, child, another plane then came down. Oh, it's only 15 minutes? Cindy Salazar. Oh, that sounds fancy.
Take out insurance.
Cindy Salazar. Cindy Salazar.
Who that?
She in Phoenix. Cindy, do you have the books?
Is that her profile picture?
Huh? Is that her what?
Profile picture. Is that her?
Lorenzo said they playing house music.
I saw. Where is he at?
Lorenzo, where you at? What city are you in?
Listen, if I die on a plane, y'all gonna have to come to my funeral and then stay for Francine because she's gonna die.
I rebuke that. I'm not dying on no plane.
No, I'm not dying on a plane. I'm just saying.
You see what Tonette said?
Come on, Tonette. The blood of Jesus.
For a saint is just a sinner who fell down.
They went to say he in Chicago.
But he didn't stay there and got up. We fall down. Okay, so it's a couple people in here from Chicago. Why can't y'all arrange some sort of a book signing? Why can't y'all come together? Because if it's at least 2 of y'all, they say in the Bible it says wherever 2 or more are gathered.
2 or 3. 2 or 3.
Is it 2 or 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know I'm not a Bible scholar.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't a 2 or 3 of you gays in Chicago, or bisexual, or questioning LGBTQ, pansexual, so they're gonna add the P to the LGBTQP?
They took Q out.
They took Q.
It's just LGBT. There's no Q's. No more questioning. You gotta choose something.
Well, what about LGBTP? Pansexual.
It's more than just pansexual. I gotta send you the list. It's more. It's way.
I know there's one called sapiosexual.
Right.
Isn't that when somebody fuck your mind and you?
Where's the other?
Well, not fuck your mind, but it's like you fall in love with somebody's intellect.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever two, right, Deanna, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered. I'm sure it's more than 2 or 3 gays up there in Chicago that could have me come up there and read. And sell some books.
What's how you say her name? John Trina?
Juan Trina.
Oh, Juan.
Juan, I was calling her John Trina too. And then you know, black folks, they love to be fancy.
What she
with
said? What
names.
she said?
Girl, why your mama just couldn't spell your name W-O-N or W-A-N, Juan Trina?
She said what? The J is silent.
She said, she wrote it out in there phonetically. She said, Craig is. I said, oh, okay, I won't make that mistake again. It's Juan Trina.
Hey, Juan Trina.
She over there in Maryland. But she said she's moving to New York.
What part?
What part of New York you moving to, Juan Trina? She was trying to figure out how to get set up for some food stamps up there.
In New York? Mm-hmm. Oh, good luck. Why she must be moving upstate. I know she.
Juan Trina, where you moving in New York? They think I'm about to sit on here for 3 hours. They are mistaken.
So I can hook up with my cousin Sharice.
Look, LGBTQPMNOSVR.
Curtis is too much.
Khalid, but see, that's the thing. Khalid, right now, you're in the clear. You can fly right now. See, 2 planes then came down. The FAA flight, what is it? The FAA.
Well, I'm getting on this plane in the morning, so listen.
They are on top of shit now. So they ain't gonna let no more planes drop down.
Really?
What? Safety and everything. Every airline's probably double checking and inspecting and da-da-da. Ain't gonna be another plane for a while.
You don't think so?
Ain't gonna be another plane crash
I think
for a
some
while.
of this stuff be rigged, though.
What?
She
You
said,
think it's
I'm not
rigged?
moving, I just wanted the food. What are you trying to do, Juan Trina?
Oh, she talking about she ain't moving. She just wanted the food. Let me tell you, she's a set worker.
What is she?
She's a set worker. See, she trying to go to jail. See, I'm not going to jail for no groceries.
We're not doing that for you, Juan Trina.
I'm not going to jail for groceries. Cedric said he has never been on a plane.
Really?
Hey, girl. Hey, what's up, Kiop?
Kiop. What Kiop been?
I don't know. All right, well, I guess I'm about to get off here so I can go take me a shower.
Bye, y'all. Good night. Good morning. Those in New York, meet me tomorrow.
What's the address of the church?
I said 124-126 West 136th Street between Lenox and 7th Avenue. The Way of the Cross Tabernacle of Christ Church.
That's the whole name of the church?
In the heart of Harlem, New York.
Is that the whole name of the church?
The whole name of the church is The Way of the Cross Tabernacle of Christ.
Let me tell you about that ginger on your breath, though.
You smell it.
It's wonderful.
I know.
See, if nothing else, that ginger on your breath.
I'm taking the train to Georgia. From where?
Ooh, wait a minute. We got a query coming through the inbox. Okay, so here's a message that I just got from one of you guys. What time was this? Oh, it was 2 hours ago.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
She says, hey, boy, hey. I have a dilemma. I really, really wanted to buy a Hey Girl, Hey tee, but it's what? But due to some mess that happened with my bank account, I won't be making the 27th deadline. So I was wondering if we were going to be opening it up again.
Night,
and
Tiffany.
At some point, because I am working on a solution to my account or another source to be able to have a way of making purchases with a debit card.
Why would you read that like that?
That's how I say it. But then she put it in there. She spelled debit with a K. Okay, so she says so in other words, what she's saying, she's trying to situate her situation.
Right. So she want to know the extended. Like, what do we got to do with this? What are you trying to do with this thing? Are you wearing a t-shirt for the live podcast?
I don't know what I'm gonna wear for the live podcast.
Tonette said she just DM'd you something. Check out what she did. DM.
Yeah, I was going to look at Tonette's message, but I saw this message first. So she says, I have a dilemma.
Safe travels. Valerie, what?
Valerie, Will ain't in here, girl. Valerie, Will is not. Will? Is Will?
Valerie, do I look
Is
like...
Will here?
I look... Will.
Will's not here, Valerie.
Where you been at this whole...
This entire time. She talking about Will.
Well, hearts and stuff.
No, Will ain't here.
This is Mike.
Y'all hear that train?
Oh, that's what they was talking about, that train. Midnight train.
The midnight train to Georgia. They're right.
On that midnight
train to Georgia.
Leaving on the midnight train to Georgia.
She talking about my bad, Mike.
She must have signed on 2 minutes
She
ago.
ain't just signed on. She been in here since I started.
Valerie, are you coming to the live podcast so I can see you face to face? Talking about some...
Did I tell you that when I got down to Houston?
Will.
It was a few of them from Houston.
I mean, we
down
are
there.
dark skinned, but I'm not Will.
It was a few of the pen pals that showed up in Houston. They were from... A couple of them were from Dallas, though. So it was like a 4-hour drive for them. So Leah Pryor is one of them from Dallas. And so she drove up to Houston. Excuse me. Now, mind you, before that Houston's, signing came up, I said to them, remember, I don't know what most of you look like in person. I said, so give a guy a heads up. You know, be like, hey, what's up, Craig? Hi, I'm Leah. I'm Leah Pryor. Yeah, I'm out there. It's freezing cold. I got my blanket wrapped around me because it's cold. She walks up to me talking about, hey. I was like, hey. She's like, I'm Leah. I was like, oh, hey, girl. I was like, and mind you, she doesn't even have a profile picture up. She doesn't even have a profile picture on her page. So, girl, how was I ever supposed to know who you were? Oh, my God, it was hilarious. Anyway, I'll respond to your message. This young lady that just inboxed me. I'll respond to your message. But anyway, I'm about to get off of here. If you're interested in ordering books, you can. 1 book is $20. 2 books, $36. 3, $54. Okay? Whichever books you want, whichever. It doesn't even matter. My Cash App ID is The Writer. And if you know how to use that, just go ahead and send the money through. If you don't, inbox me your email address, and then I will ship. I'll send you the Cash App request. All right? Have an amazing weekend. All right? Now I'm really getting off. Okay? Seriously. So have a great night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Brush your tongue. That's where all of the gunk is. Ain't anybody trying to kiss you and you got shit all in your tongue. That's disgusting. Where's my chapstick? Have an awesome weekend. All right? Somebody said 10 books for Mike. Cash App and I'll work on it. Kevin Lynn, Cash App the money. How much is that? That's $180. American dollars, not pesos.
For me? You want to give me 10 books?
No. He said he's going to purchase 10 books in exchange for you.
I'm worth more than that, buddy. Who is this person, Keith Lynn?
Kevin.
Where he from?
I don't know.
He got a medical doctor thing in there.
Hey! He might have a few dollars. Yeah, I posted that a few months ago, Tonat. I don't know what that is. It's like some company was doing some sort of training. He said okay, but I ain't seen no Cash App come through. LGGBDTTTIQQAAPP. Yeah, that's too much. It was some inclusive training. Hey, Cindy Salazar. Yes, brush your teeth, floss your teeth. Make sure you brush your teeth. And, be grateful. Take a moment to be grateful for today. Even if you don't believe in God or you don't, subscribe to all of that, Just take a moment and be grateful. Be grateful for the life that you have.
You don't know that song. God has not promised me sunshine. That's not the way it's going to be.
I'm just trying to figure out when you're going to get on key. Are you planning on getting on key?
I don't want to. Good night, y'all. Run, Mike, run. Valerie think I'm Will.
Valerie Jack Taylor.
She said good night. Okay. Stop looking at Mike.
She told me it's only 8:19 there. That's because she's in California.
Oh yeah, child. We gotta go.
Right.
We done had dinner.
I came on at 6 o'clock your time.
We done had dinner. You done had 2 drinks.
Tonette, let me tell you what he and my friend Rashard said. They said, go on and open that package. Don't worry about it. She ain't gonna know.
Why would you tell her that?
That's what you said. You were like, go on and open that package. You grown. Go ahead and open that package. Look, I have not opened up the package yet.
There it is. It's sitting over there.
I haven't even opened up the package. He peer pressure. Tell me, go on and open up the package. How's she gonna know? How's she gonna know if you opened it or not? Have a good night, y'all.
You could have opened it.
I'm trying to follow instructions, okay?
All right. Good night. Maybe.
She said, "Ooh, Mike."
I was just joking.
And they keep saying, "What's in the box?" I'm like, "How the fuck I know what's in the box if I didn't open it?"
He ain't gonna know until his birthday.
I'm gonna wait till next Friday and I'm gonna open it up.
Maybe Craig can FaceTime me tomorrow in the service. Y'all can hear the song. They want to hear a song.
Oh, Tonette sent 5 boxes.
Mike, he has 5. 5 what? Boxes?
I know, Onik. I keep saying I'm about to get off here. Yeah, she sent 5 boxes. I think 2 of them you said are from Bed Bath & Beyond.
Well, who is this person?
That's Tonette.
I love Tonette. This is fragile. This box is fragile, Tonette.
And look, she put on every side of the box.
Fragile.
Open on May 4th.
That's a heavy box, Tonette. I can't even lift it. I can't even lift it.
Anyway, have a good night, y'all. Bye. Have a great weekend. Bye. I hate when I hit the button and it doesn't really.
It ain't go off.
No, it didn't go off. That's some old whack ass stuff.